Hi, I'm Brian Tashima. I am an instructor and the program co-lead for Autism Empowerment's Neurodivergent Creators Collective. I am also the writer, director, and producer of the short film Hold My Beer, which is about an autistic young adult who discovers a passion for craft beer and embarks on a mission to open his own brewpub. And in this video, I want to share with you a tip for independent filmmaking that really came in handy and helped us out a lot when we were doing our production. And that tip is to create a work print, or basically a rough draft of your film prior to actual filming. Because as an independent production, we were very strapped for time, money, resources basically. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to go through the motions before actual filming so that we can get an idea of kind of like what it is we're supposed to be doing on shooting day. That way we'll be much more prepared. So what we ended up doing was we got the crew members, or just a handful of crew members, not even the full crew, just a few of us, to go out on location and to actually do the scene with us standing in for the actual actors. And we wouldn't memorize the lines, we would just read the lines off the script, and we would just kind of go through, run through the scene ourselves. And when we did that, we found that it was really helpful because it was like a dress rehearsal basically. And we were able to determine things like, okay, well, maybe this blocking doesn't work here, or this positioning doesn't work here. We should be standing in here or there, and we have the lights facing this way or that way. It was really helpful. And when it came time to do the actual shoot, we were able to reference our work print. In addition to the storyboards, we actually had the video on our phones where we could watch it and say, oh, okay, we should have the actors stand here or walk here. And a lot of times what it ended up doing was it allowed us to see whether something was working or not, so we were able to make adjustments when we were doing the actual filming. So I'll show you a couple of examples here. So here's a scene here's a scene from our work print where it was just the crew members. Yes, it is. Thank you for doing this.
Are you kidding? Jess has been looking forward to this for weeks. Val's home-brewed beer. Valcohol.
And here's the actual scene from the finished movie.
Yes, it is. Thank you for joining.
Are you kidding? Jess has been looking forward to this for weeks. Val's homebrewed beer, Valcohol.
Here's another example with us as just the crew filling in for the cast.
You want to know my latest thing? Screenwriting. Yeah, I'm working on a script for an action film about a guy who gets superpowers from the devil and then has to redeem himself before it's too late. It's practically writing itself. After it's done, I'm going to send it into...
Dad, I don't care.
Right, of course. Sorry.
And here's the same scene from the actual film.
And you know what my thing is now? Screenwriting. I've been working on this thing about a guy who gets his superpowers from the devil, and then he has to redeem himself. The thing's practically writing itself. When I'm done with it, I'm going to send it to
Dad, I don't care.
Right. Of course. Sorry. So
as you can see, I think doing that was really helpful, especially because, again, we were strapped for time and money. And so I think, like big productions will tend to do this. They do a pre-production phase, they do pre-visualization. They usually make it in a computer, or they have like a whole crew of stunt actors or whatever, especially for like fight scenes and action scenes, run through it. So it's kind of a technique that you can borrow from the big productions and do it yourself. Because like when we had just, it was just the main production team, we were able to do it. We had the luxury of going out like when we had time, so we could kind of stretch out, do it, in a whole afternoon, and it didn't cost us anything. So I think, this is really helpful for us, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you as an independent filmmaker.